Hallo Leute, willkommen zur neuen Folge von Doki Doki Blue Skies. Meine letzte Folge hat Sarah übernachtet und hatte leider einen schlechten Albtraum und danach haben wir mit ihr ein bisschen Zeit verbracht und dazu noch den Tag dann Schule ausgelassen, damit wir mit ihr Zeit konnten verbringen und den Tag langsam angehen konnten und alles so. Und ja, jetzt sind wir 2 Wochen danach. Das heißt, wir sind ungefähr so Mitte oder Mitte, End Januar wahrscheinlich, wenn nicht sogar Anfang Februar. Das heißt, es ist wahrscheinlich noch nicht mehr lange, bis wir wahrscheinlich das Valentinstag-Ding bekommen. Und auf jeden Fall, ich würde sagen, wir legen da los, ne? It's been about 2 weeks since that nightmare caused Zoe to have a breakdown. By this point in our relationship, I really started to see what moms want me about. I didn't realize how bad the bad days would be. We had a few therapy sessions since, as I were hoping the sessions went smoothly. Well, as smoothly as they could go, I guess. Along with a doctor prescribing her antidepressants, the therapist has given a Siri diary, which she's meant to use by recording her happy and sad thoughts. By recording her sad thoughts, he's working with her to see whether those thoughts are supported by facts, basically trying to challenge her depressive thinking. I'm no expert, but it looks to me like that's kind of therapy she needs. It's not as simple as it might seem, but to me it looks like steady but sure progress is being made. To say the least, it's a huge relief. She also tentatively mentioned that she'd like to start going to the sessions alone, although she isn't quite at that stage yet. She said she'd see how she feels by the time the next one comes about. Still, it's been really interesting to see what therapy really entails. It's definitely an eye-opening experience. On the other hand, I think the other club members girls are starting to get a little more suspicious. There have been a few days where Sarah's depressive moods become a little more apparent in school, and I will consider for her. Still, Siri maintained her walls. I felt bad about in the dark the girls were, but it isn't my situation to say what's going on. Hopefully Siri will be comfortable telling them in her own time. Ja, vielleicht kommt das ja demnächst, wer weiß. Well, given it's now February, okay, also Anfang Februar, I've had to pay a little more attention to school matters, namely the end of the semester next month. Sakura has also been talking to students about their future plans. Scared to think that next year is my final school year. He wants to see me after this lesson ends, so for what it feels like the first time in forever, I started to think about what I want to do after I leave school. As the bell rings, he calls me over. You have the same look that I had on my face when my homeroom teacher wanted to talk to me about my post-school plans. I appreciate his use of humor in the situation. He's always been efficient at helping me feel at ease, especially in situations where I feel out of my depth. If you don't know what to do, I wouldn't worry about it too much. After all, you're just a second year, so you do have another year to figure it out. Having said that, do you have any idea at all? To be honest with you, sir, I haven't given it much thought at all. The past 5 months have been really, well, they haven't really given me much time to think about it. Well, let's try this from another angle. Does higher education interest you at all? Going to university? Or would you perhaps be more inclined towards finding a job as soon as you leave school? I paused for a moment to think, trying to recollect what my parents used to tell me when we had this kind of conversation. University sounds good, although I'm not sure what I'd study. He nods approvingly. You'll definitely find it easier to land a job if you have a degree under your belt. That's good to know then. All I have to do is pick a subject, I guess. I know, it can be a little daunting, especially when you're unsure. My advice would be to go with a subject you do and do well. Far from for me to be biased, but you're rather talented historian. What can you do with history degree though? The skills you get from history degree can translate to a lot of other fields. A lot of historians that knew went into journalism, academia, teaching, or even the law. Obviously, I'm not a bias in any way, but history is the best subject to study. My science teachers say otherwise, sir. He gums to himself. Those hardy scientists, if they could just pry themselves away from their Bunsen burners and glass vials for 5 minutes. Anyway, aber warte, ist nicht, Geschichte fällt auch unter Dings, was ist es humane Wissenschaft oder irgendwas? Es gibt ja geistliche Wissenschaft, humane Wissenschaft und es gibt noch irgendeine dritte Kategorie, ich habe gar keine Ahnung. Und ja, keine Ahnung, es gibt Unterteilungen da. Ich habe das ganz am Anfang von meinem Schuljahr gelernt jetzt. Aber ja, boah, keine Ahnung. Anyway, it's good to see that you at least got a vague idea of what you want to do. There's no rush on anything. Just take some time to think about what you'd like to study at university. You can always have another discussion later. Will do, sir. Thank you. With the conversation over, I made my way to the club room for lunch. Hey guys! Lance gives me a cut nod while Sarah gives me a wan smile. The door opens once more and you walks in. Sarah's only weakened smiles wave us even further. She doesn't dislike her by any means, but it's clear that the jealousy is still an issue. I say inwardly, I have no clue how to solve that issue, given I don't think Sarah's willing to disclose her depression with Yuri. As I pull out my food, I notice that Monica's barely greeted me. Her is glued to her laptop, with a turd look on her face. Everything alright, Monica? Giovanni directs her eyes off the screen and looks at me. It seems like she only realizes I'm talking to her. Oh yeah, sorry, had to sort out some important emails. How are you? It's easy to spot from a mile off that her smile is forced. I decide not to push it. Not bad, not bad. Sakura was just talking to me about what my plans after high school are. I think it's common practice for all of the teachers to ask at the students, given their stacking years, and the end of the semester isn't so far off. Bet that was fun. We don't have to bother with that just yet. Luckily, I still don't really know what I want to do. I told him I want to go to university, but I can't really decide what I want to do. Starting to realize that I probably should have given this more thought. That's a little irresponsible, Kazuma. You put your hold so much weight, and time flies by so quickly. My face heats up a little from embarrassment. She's right, of course, but it seems like her judgment is coming out of nowhere. I look at Suri, half expecting her to jump to my defense. She doesn't though, instead she idly pokes at the spot at the table. Ich habe irgendwie das Gefühl, dass diese etwas aggressivere Seite manchmal von Monika rausstecht, weil es wahrscheinlich von einer der Elternteile rüberkommt. Dass sie so gewohnt ist, wahrscheinlich, halt erwachsen zu handeln und alles so. Und wahrscheinlich extremste Bemerkungen darüber bekommen hat, dass das wahrscheinlich auf Monika selbst rübergeht. Das halt ihre Eigenschaft, also diese Eigenschaft von ihr, von den Eltern wahrscheinlich rübergekommen ist. The other girls look curiously at us. They can sense that something is up. I don't want to draw too much attention to Yuri, so I try to deflect their curiosity. How about you, Yuri? Any ideas? I decided that I want to study Japanese literature at a university. Fitting choice. Yuri smiles to herself. Oh, I suppose it comes as a surprise to no one. I can imagine it would be both an exciting yet daunting experience. University? Yes, on the one hand, there's the opportunity to meet many like-minded people, all with the same passion. Yet there's so much independence, especially if you opt for a university far from home. And with that independence comes a lot of responsibility, and I imagine a fair degree of uncertainty. Who knows what life will be for all of us when we left school. My question hangs in the air as the conversation lapsed into silence. Monica mutters something under her breath. How about you, Monica? I imagine you got a lot of choice, given how you excel in pretty much every subject. She finally closed the laptop lid with a sigh. My parents have been hounding me with the exact same question for months now. I'll probably take over their business. There's a hint of what sounds like bitterness in her voice. Granted, I know very little about her life, well, as is anything beyond surface level, so it's a little baffling. You have to wait and see. An awkward silence descends upon the room. Clearly it's just me who detected Monica's slightly hostile tone. Lucky you breaks the silence. You alright, Sayori? Been well quiet. Yeah, that's not like you at all. Even Monica gets over at Sayori's direction. Oh, I'm fine. Just kinda tired, that's all. Don't worry about me. The other girls don't look convinced in the slightest, but they don't have much chance to pass her as the lunch bell rings. I remember being in their position last semester. And boy, do I not envy them. Yeah. As the end of the school day rolls around, I find myself wandering down the corridor, waiting for Sayori to finish. Along the way, I bump into Monica. Hey, Kazuma. She keeps her voice low and quickly looks around before speaking. I can tell what she's going to ask me. Ich weiß auch schon, glaube ich. Is Sayori okay? She'll be fine. Just staying for some stuff, that's all. Compared to the last time she was acting out in school, she seemed a lot less worried. That was when I knew less about her. She narrows her eyes at me. I guess what I just must have said come across as pretty cryptic. Okay. Well, let me know if I can help in any way, okay? We? The other club members. We're all friends after all, I don't forget. Oh, of course. What a stupid question, Kazuma. It's appreciated. I'll see what Sayori thinks. Okay then, well, I'll see you later. Well, I think Sayori is definitely more convincing than I am. She walks off and after a couple of moments, Sayori comes out of her class. Sorry, I'm late. It's okay, let's go. Do you know what was up with Monica? Funny you mentioned her because she's just asking what's up with you. Oh. What did you tell her? Just that you're dealing with some stuff. Didn't give any specifics. They worry about you though. Have you considered telling them? No, not really. They're friends, Siri. They know something is up. I know. I can't start this topic, so he wants to discuss any further. Anyway, no. I don't know why Monica seems so snappy at lunch. She mentioned her parents, so they're probably being a bit overbearing. Must be difficult to maintain that model student image when you're at the top. The only place to go from there is down. Juggling academics, sports, and other extracurriculars must be really stressful. I don't know how she does it, to be honest. I felt a little sorry for Netsky though. The conversation kinda excluded her. I know for sure that when I was a first year, post-school plans hadn't even crossed my mind. Yeah, I thought that too. Well, we make sure to include her next time. Good shout. After dumping our things outside, I pulled out my phone. I wish I'd have talked to Mom a while ago, and I'm pretty sure she's gonna make me feel about it. Hey Mom. Kazuma. Nice of you to remember you have a mother. I winced slightly. I knew this was coming. You know. I wish I'd have called you earlier. It's not that I didn't want to do anything. Anyway, Sarah's with me right now. Do you want to say hello? I'd love to. I pressed the button on my phone, which transformed the call into a video call. My goodness, is that really you, Sayori? Last time I saw you were barely a teenager. Sayori laughs shyly. I guess I'm putting her on the spot here a little. Hi, it's really nice to see you again. Oh, you dear. I hope Kazuna's been treating you well. I should say this, but look, this could be a perfect opportunity to enact some revenge for all the times I teased her. Of course, he's been really good to me. That's lovely to hear. Looks like my little prince has truly matured. They share a laugh as I turn slightly red from embarrassment. Mom, really? Little prince? I'm sorry, darling. I'm just so proud of you. Well, at least we established that Sayori is gonna be calling me for the next few days. They continue to giggle at my expense. He's always been like this, hasn't he? Quick to tease others, but once they do it to him, he gets all huffy. So you do not take her sides. You're my girlfriend. She's trying and failing to keep a straight face. Okay, no more teasing. So I just had to get back for not calling me up so long. How did your December exams go? I briefly described results, along with Sakurai's comments. Well, that's reassuring to hear. I was worrying how you fare living by yourself, so I'm glad that to hear that your academics are going well. Sakurai has a point though. Your grades in math could be better, young man. Sorry, you're going to have to knock him into shape. He's always been bad with discipline. I started derision. And you're asking Siri of all the people here help me with that. Hey! Mom sighs dramatically. Sorry, Siri. He can be really mean sometimes, can't he? Must have got that from his father. There's an awkward silence. Things have been very rocky between Mom and Dad since the divorce. Oh, by the way, I've got some good news. Almost finished dealing with this particular client, and I have no one else to deal with for a week. So I'm hoping to come and see you soon. My heart races. As much as I love being able to basically live with Siri, seeing Mom again after so long would be really nice. That's awesome, Mom. I'm really looking forward to it. Oh, I've been meaning to ask her how, she's cut short by the sound of someone calling her. It sounds pretty urgent. Oh no, I was hoping I had more time to talk to you. Sorry, darling. I'm going to have to go. We'll catch up properly, all two of us, when I come to visit. Don't forget it's Valentine's Day coming up really soon. I want to hear all about how you've been treating Sari like a princess for it. She laughs softly and waves goodbye. Click. I forgot how nice your mom is. Yeah, she's always been a good parent. Been such a good parent. She was a lifesaver back in November after a fight. Such a mommy's boy. Hey! It's a good thing. It's really cute. I get the feeling you're mocking me, but because I know I can't read the spell, I will reluctantly concede. The Ice King wins again. You're a real clown, you know that. True. True, but I'm your clown. I prefer the one from that horror movie. You watched with Yuri. Such a charmer. The rest of the day passes by relatively quickly. After we finish our homework, we spent the evening kicking back with some video games. This has been a routine for a while now. So we're coming over, we finish our homework, and then we relax. It's simple, but effective. I'm glad that we're both happy just to sit back and relax in each other's company. Then again, Saya's never been in high maintenance kind of girl. Watching her now with her sky blue eyes never in consultation. God, I love her. It's not the right time to say it though. What if she doesn't feel the same way? That'd be a little awkward to say the least. Nah, now isn't the time. I was curious here, what do you want to do after you finish school? You didn't say anything at lunch. I don't really know. She sighs. I thought that going into therapy might be a good idea, but... No, forget it. It's a stupid idea. Huh? It's not stupid at all. It is. I don't know if I'd be even good at it. I can't even help myself. How can I help others? You're good at keeping the spirits high in a club, at least. People appreciate having you around. It's definitely more comfortable at an atmosphere when you're there. It's one thing to keep peace in high school club, but helping people with really big problems as a therapist? You know, they're really hopeful things that people have to live with. It's a lot of story. After you mentioned it to the teacher at least, they might be able to point you in the right direction. She rocks nonchalantly. I haven't, no. Truthfully, I haven't thought about the future much. Well, at least we're like in that sense. Although a reasoning for it is rather different. We got plenty of time though, right? Yeah, I guess we do. The conversation trails off into silence. I suppose thinking about the future is quite difficult for Zoe, so I make a mental note not to push it. Anyway, it's getting late. Let's call it a night. Can I be the big spoon tonight? Not sure how that worked, but sure. Süß. Das ist jetzt einfach Routine auch, dass sie jetzt übernachtet immer. Okay. Wirklich süß. Also, wie gesagt, die beiden sind am süßesten von allen 3 Beziehungen bisher. Also diese Variante gesagt. So, ich würde auch sagen, hier machen wir Schluss. Eine etwas kürzere Folge mal wieder seit langem. Ich mache mich so jetzt für mich mal eine Pause, weil ich habe jetzt, glaube ich, 4 Aufnahmen oder so gemacht. Und wir sind gut vorangekommen. Und ich werde einfach mal eine kleine Pause machen. Und dann danach weiter aufnehmen und wahrscheinlich Series-Route abschließen oder noch nicht. Ich weiß nicht, muss ich noch sehen. Auf jeden Fall, danke fürs Zuschauen. Ich hoffe, es hat euch gefallen. Bis dann beim nächsten Mal. Tschüss.